Well, hello everybody, Vicky here. I hope everybody's well. Long time since I've had a chat and had a video up. I'll tell you more about that as we get started. Now, for those who do watch my videos, you will realise that this is a repeat. Stuff in here went everywhere again, and I couldn't find the two art journals that I'd made last year, late last year, because I wanting to do more mixed media. I'm getting a little bit restless with just doing papercraft. I make some space for other things that I enjoy as well this year. And I couldn't quite picture in my head what the art journals that I made looked like. So I went back to this video and oh my goodness, what can I say? The voiceover was so bad it drove me insane. I couldn't even figure out what I was saying half the time. So a big a big sorry for that for those who sat through it. Thank you very much. I'll try and make sure that videos don't go up that appallingly bad. So I thought what I'd do is I would do another voiceover and put this one back up again because the art journals that I'm doing are going to be very relevant this year. So where have I been? Here it is. It's the 16th of February. It's my husband's birthday today. We all have good intentions, don't we? We're going to start something. We're going to do something. We're going to pick a date. We're just going to get up in the morning. Whatever it is, we decide that we're going to start doing stuff. Well, sometimes life gets in the way of living. And that's exactly what happened in this place. So I was working on some videos over Christmas so that I'd have some ready to go up. And then all of a sudden we had torrential downpours again here. And you might be able to hear we've got a gentle rain now. But last night it was like torrential. It was really, really heavy. Graham's had to go out and drain the pool. It's all but overflowing. So that's a huge amount of water that came down. And of course, I didn't sleep last night because it was raining. But that's another story. But the big one really is this room flooded again, just on the turn of the new year. And Graham, bless his heart, just, I don't know, it's the fourth or fifth time it's happened now. So Graham, bless his heart, has been trying to fix it, and he's pretty handy sort of fella, and he hasn't been able to. The silicon breaks down, and it's just a really bad design the way they've gone about it. So we have emptied a good half of what was in this room, which is up now in one of the bedrooms. All the bookcases, the 12 by 12 cube units that I've got, and some other stuff. It's all up in the bedroom because when it sort of floods, it doesn't go all the way to the back, the other side of the room where I've got the really big, heavy units. So we're fortunate there. It's ruined the mats again. So we've just gone, right, we're going to have to get a builder and a plumber in and sort this problem out because we just can't keep doing this. I mean, I can't help Graham lift things anymore, and it's just no. We've got to get someone in to help us, and that's all there is to it. So as I'm chatting away, you can see I'm just making up art journal pages. I'm making up the pages. They're one signature. And they're made up of all different sorts. So that's just some packing tape I had there. This is an envelope. There's baking paper there. When I coffee stain the envelopes, the gum on them sticks. So I put baking paper in the middle of them. And then it's just fun to put in a journal because it makes a nice rustling noise, that paper noise that we like. And then I've got these pages. It's just random pages that I've more or less reached in and grabbed what I've grabbed, and that's what we've got. So like with these ones, we can always put gesso over that writing, and maybe even incorporate a little bit of that writing in whatever we're doing, because we stamp down words, don't we? So, yeah, it's just all bits and pieces. I probably sound a little bit tired again because, like I said, I didn't sleep at all last night, and that goes back to the PTSD with things that happened to us in the past. So, of course, but it wasn't too bad this time. It's only down one end. It's all come back, and I think that's because the drain's blocked. We did have a plumber booked in to come and clean all our drains, put the spider or rat or whatever it is they put down it, to sort of like clean out all the pipes. But he rang us up half an hour before we were supposed to be here and said, yeah, no, someone's called in sick. And that was a couple of weeks ago, and we haven't heard from him. So I don't think he particularly wants the work, obviously. But anyway, we're very blessed to have a very dear friend of ours spend about 8 weeks with us from Christmas Day, and she just went home Tuesday, so it's just back to Graham and I again now. And we've been just as busy as ever, bopping around. I've had my hospital week. What else has happened? Oh, and I guess the big news too is I'm driving again a little bit, so that's positive. I've been able to drive. It's only sort of like my mental state that it's not my physical state that stopped me from driving. It's more the anxiety. But we all have our things that we have to work through, don't we? And I haven't had the best of times with the things that get to me. I guess you would just wrap it all up in my mental health hasn't been as good as it could. Anxiety and PTSD, it's really, really hard. I've got the candle burning up there in the corner. Graham has asked me not to please burn candles in here. He's like really, really worried about it. So I got a little glass jar, and I've got fig and honey essence, I don't know, oil or whatever it is, and I've got the little sticks that stick up, and the fluid goes up into the sticks. I don't think this one's going to sound any better than the last one, girls. I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah, I'm just a bit strange at the moment. I guess getting back into things, don't you think? I feel like I just want to say Happy New Year, everybody, because I don't know why we have to conform. Those of us that don't go to work and don't have any serious regular deadlines. I mean, I'm quite happy to start my new year right now, and go from there, because it's been like one big holiday having Margie here with us. It's been really, really lovely. And yeah, I've probably been a little bit lazy, but it took probably, because it happened not long before I was due to go into hospital, so I was already run down and running down before that, and then I just could not get my head around trying to sort out my stuff, because it just went everywhere again, like I said. But I've taken the time now, so that wherever it was on the bookcase, or the cube units in here, I've got them back to where they should be in the bedroom, so I can go in and I can stand in front of a shelving unit, whatever it may be, and I'll see something, and then I'll know, oh, well, I know what goes underneath that and what's next to it. So I've tried to organise it a bit like that, and also keep the floors clean, because I am tripping a lot. So I don't sound like I'm doing too good, do I? But we're actually doing really well. So now I've just used, I think 3 or 4. I'm not sure. It's a while since I've done these. I think it's just a 3-stitch pamphlet. I'm just sewing it in now. Now I believe that's the smaller of the two of them. I made one that's quite big, and then I've made one that's a bit smaller. So I'm just testing to make sure that cotton's been pulled through and just tying it off, and that's it. So as you saw at the start, they started from the brown paper bags that we get from shopping, and there's some packing paper in there, and there's jelly prints that I did. There's that there, which is the back of a 12 by 12, and it's brushos. Just sort of like got its first. I started it and then didn't get around to finishing it, so I've popped that in there. And then As Easy As You Like, there you go, that's one art journal done. Now, I hope you don't mind me redoing this and putting it back up again. I did want the envelope. I did want these on my channel, so that if anybody's new and wants to do some art journaling with me, doing journals like these will give us confidence to start using the journals that we've bought. Well, in my case, I've got quite a few purchased journals, and I look at them and I think, oh, I can't really use them. I'm not good enough yet. Now, I think the way that's wobbling around, I'm pretty sure I actually just took that middle page out. It just wasn't secured in. So that's a jelly print there. That's a photocopy of a newspaper sheet, and there's a dictionary page, atlas. There's all just different sorts of papers in there. And yeah, then there's this one. Just, I'm really not sure. I can't quite remember whether or not I took it out or not. So these are a couple of prints that I've pulled off the jelly plate, and they really are yummy, and they're a little bit tactile as well. They feel a little bit rough, so quite like it. So I'm just going to be going. I went around the edges of the journal. Now I'm just going around the prints that are there, and that's going to be my front and back cover. And I'm really looking forward to settling down and doing some more, just diversify a little bit. I love making journals, don't get me wrong, and I've got so many of them half finished. I'd need to still want to be making journals, because I don't know how many covers I've done and signatures I've done up. It's suffice to say that I have a ridiculous amount of them. I believe there's over 20 of them. So what I'm doing is I'm still working to my plan of working in one journal until it's done, and I will continue to work in my baskets. I'm up to basket number 2, but I've already done number 3. That probably doesn't make much sense, but in my head it does. The reason why I went on and called it number 3 is because it didn't come out of the basket that we've been working out of. So I like everything to be neat and tidy and all proper. And then I've got a couple of things for my 100 Makes My Way done already. I've got so many business envelopes. I have done so many pockets and tags, so I am going to have to start finding other things to do with them, because I just cannot do another pocket, another envelope pocket with a giant sized tag. Now, I'm a bit worried about this one. I don't know when I'm going to be at the end of it, so I might get cut off, mightn't I? I hope everybody else is well. I hope their new year, everyone's had a good start to the year. And like I said, well, I'm just putting some colour code down there on that just to strengthen it, because it's probably going to get fairly wet, these pages. So I thought that if I put the calico on there, it will, and I think I put lace over it as well, so that will really help to strengthen. Did I put it? I think I might just put it down the front. I don't put it over the roll. I'm not sure. I can't quite see. Oh no, the kinetic potty, I've got it off the page. Not very helpful, is it? I think I'm still deciding what I'm going to do. Right. I paused it there to wait and see. It looks like I'm going to be putting it over the fold. I'm just centering it there. I don't think it really matters one way or the other. I think in hindsight I probably would have preferred it just running down the front, but that's okay. These are workbooks, these are journals to be worked in, and I'm hoping that I will trust the process. I think a lot of me starting new things, and I think it's the same for a lot of people. We are scared. We are fearful of change, and we are fearful of doing something for the first time. Now, I think that's a half and half thing with a society being the way it is, and us who we are as a person inside. We fear the unknown, and we fear the new things, starting new things. So this is the reason why I've made these, like I've said a couple of times now, the reason why I've made these art journals. I can do a page in there with no pressure, no nothing, and if I muck it up, I just keep adding media onto it until I get something I like. And at the end of the day, this is for me. It's for fun, and you can see we just went to the middle of that, and I did end up taking that centre page out. It's the thing when you do, I find when you do a 3-hole stitch, there are some that you miss. Now you can see the difference between the two there. That's a Tim Holtz paper, front and back I believe, and then I've just put that little extra detail on the spine. Now I'm not 100% sure where this is going to finish once again, so I'm going to take this opportunity to say I am really, really happy to be back. I have missed making videos. I'm hoping you've missed me. It would mean the world to me if you could like this video and maybe pop over and have a look at what we've got going on in our shop. And if you think that you've got a friend that would benefit from seeing how I've put this together, or the way I do anything, I would truly appreciate it if you could help me. And the shop is listed below in the description. What else? I am trying to get my head around a regular schedule so that I can do my social media and I can look at other people's social media. I've been a little bit out of it, to tell you the truth. Well, on that note, I will say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being patient while I've been gone and coming back. Please be kind to you and be kind to the person next to you.